Boom. Evening, peoples. We're back again. Nobody on the stream right now because one live's just finished and another one's just started, and it takes them a while to catch up and cross over. So, somebody who's ever going to be the first person on the stream, give them a tag, let them all across, and they'll find their way here. What we're here for tonight is this guy here, the Sprice Freak. Each week, the Sprice Freak goes on search of sources here, there, and everywhere. Well, that was his job, but we had lockdown, so he couldn't do that neither. So what he's been doing is searching the internet and doing it that way.
Yep, today's probably somebody you're all familiar with. Definitely a big part of the group. We've got a whole bunch of stuff from Hot Pods.
Hot Pods!
So we're going to start off with the quarantine. This, you can see, brand new, unopened bottle. Came in, I think it was yesterday. Could have been the day before, but I think it was yesterday. But this is something like my 5th bottle of this sauce. I've been getting through a lot of it while I've been in quarantine. Fittingly.
So, basically, this one has already got a 5-star rating because he's just told you he's already been through a few bottles.
Yeah. But I'm going to do a bit in front of you anyway.
The best thing about you've already done a few bottles of this in, what foods have you eaten it with?
Oh, a variety of things. Mostly, though, tomato-based pasta sauces and tacos are the things that I've really enjoyed it with. And it looks a bit like that, only slightly redder. You know my camera messes with things.
Yeah, your camera's green is a little bit high, isn't it?
I think my camera's blue's a little bit high.
What's it got?
Quarantine.
Oh, I've seen.
But yeah, good heat to it.
Show me. It's a nice one.
Quite some heat to it. Not Reaper sauce heat, but above a ghost pepper one a little bit, I'd say. And definite undertone of smoked onion that goes really nicely in those sorts of foods.
Now that sounds like it would go well on a bacon sandwich too.
I reckon it probably would. But yeah, that's...
Adele's just went... So
that's
yeah,
one of my Hot
it
Pods
goes well on
favorites.
a bacon sandwich.
And sausages.
And sausage sandwiches.
Yeah, actually, it's going to be working in place of ketchup there, isn't it? And it's not as sweet as your ketchup, but it's definitely got that rich tomatoiness. And then you got the smoke as well. So yeah, I can see that working well.
Anything with heavy on the onions and garlic side, and Adele goes crazy on it.
So that's the only one I've got in this order that is a product I'm previously familiar with. All the others are brand new ones from Hot Pods. So the next one is their Jolt, which looks like so, and as you can see... Oh, go ahead.
What's the ingredients on that one?
So the ingredients list is onion, cider vinegar, fermented, aged, mixed super hot chilies, 21%, water, brown sugar, garlic, spices, salt. So tangy, onion forward, double fermented, apparently, jerk sauce.
It looks like somebody else agreed their other one should have been on a bacon sandwich.
Kevin Tilly.
That was Kevin Tilly.
As you can see, Melvin, yes. As you can see, good and thick, quite dark, and not necessarily the best looking of colors, but it's a jerk sauce. They never are, because it's all just those ground up dark spices that give it its flavor. This one, a bit more onion forward and tangy than your average jerk. Also, a good deal more heat than your average jerk. I'd say it's a tiny bit milder than the quarantine, but the difference isn't huge.
I've never been a big fan of jerk. We do buy them still occasionally to keep giving them a go. So, but like you said, it's,
yeah, meant for chicken,
like
meant for your rice and peas, that sort of thing. Also, it says it also goes rather nicely, not on chips as is, but if you mix it with some mayo, it makes a really nice jerk mayo that tempers the acidity of it a little bit. So, that's a pretty good one. And then we've got the peppercorn sauce, which I don't think has a name yet. If it does,
This
it's
is-
just named peppercorn sauce.
This is the one I'm really interested in. I saw them
And-
post them up in the group.
But you can probably see it's going quite well.
Mm.
I did just open this today.
It's a peppercorn sauce.
This is made as a steak sauce. It's very obviously made as a steak sauce. Goes great over burgers as well, though. Apparently goes well over chips, but I was too busy trying the jerk on that.
For me, when I first saw this pop up, I was thinking, whenever we go for a meal anywhere, I normally get the steak with the peppercorn sauce, and the peppercorn sauce is always very much a letdown. It's just like a creamy mush. Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to
And I
actually
was
show you this.
sat thinking, well, if we take a bottle of that with us, you can just splash it straight in and liven it right up.
Oh, the first thing that hits you with this one is the aromatic peppercorns. Then you get the onion coming through underneath, a little bit of the juniper. But
Juniper.
yeah, there's a little bit of juniper in there. It's not the most obvious of things, but it's definitely there. And again, looks kind of like that. It's not. It's a nicer, readier brown off my camera. My camera again, colors suck. I don't know why. I'm very sorry about that. But
Could be the lighting.
I don't think it is the lighting, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, something that I need to look into, I guess. What I really, really like about this one, though, is the aftertaste. Because the aftertaste, you get that aromatic, sort of almost musty, almost sort of herbal remedy shop kind of quality from the long pepper coming through. A quite unique spice flavor.
I was surprised to find it had juniper in it because juniper's, well, it's a very aromatic flavour to start with.
But it does kind of help. Well, it adds a little bit extra to the aromatic peppercorn flavor. And if you can see the ingredients list in his post, but he's got both regular black peppercorns and green ones, along with the long pepper and the juniper. And then to enhance the long pepper a little bit, proper pecan smoked hotly.
Dell, it looks like you're going to have to place an order.
And yeah, this is definitely a real favourite, this one.
A juniper berry is an aphrodisiac, or am I thinking of something else?
You're thinking of something else. Juniper berries is often it's often in gin.
I don't drink
A
gin.
lot of things are supposedly aphrodisiacs. I mean, chocolate is, chili is, you name it. But yeah, that's a great one. That went all over my burgers tonight, and I'll be doing more with it in future.
Goes well on a burger.
This one of the latest batch is probably the one that I have least idea what to do with yet, but I'll figure out what to do with it in future. This is a yellow pepper based one with fermented honey and garlic. So, yeah, it's got a fair amount of honey in it, but it's only got a little bit of sweetness to it.
Oh.
Because most of the sugar has left the honey. I think it might just actually be the peppers that have put the sweetness back. But as you can see, it's a very yellow one. Don't know if you can see any of the little red flecks, but I'm not going to drop it all over my keyboard.
Adele sat beside a little set of post-it notes with a pen.
Nice. And this one's got a little bit of tang to it from its pineapple and also just the lemon drops that are in it, the ahi lemons. It's definitely, you can taste that garlic in it. You can taste some of the flavor of the honey, but you don't really get the sweetness of the honey. Definitely got a strong yellow pepper quality to it. As said, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this one yet, but I'll enjoy it. And that's the swarm. And there is one final one in this batch. I'm going to have a little sip of my milk first because I've tried a few now. Oh, the swarm is, however, I should mention, a bit milder than the others, more of a sort of sensible medium heat.
More my style.
Oh, the Life of Brian had a juniper bush. Interesting.
Weird,
So
interesting fact.
I find some Yellow pods are a lot more citrusy than others. This is mostly actually, I think it's a yellow bell pepper base. I'm definitely getting some of those notes more from it, but there is a little bit of that lemon drop citrus as well. Sean Overthrow, you say, Stu. I think that's the wrong Sean. Oh, no, it's Stephen Dixon for Hot Pods anyway. What am I talking about? My bad there. Anyway.
I was laughing at it, though.
The mildest of the bunch, the Silly Chili, which you can see is very pink and purple. Very different label to a lot of other chili products. And this one is a plum jam with plums, sugar, water, habanada, and Trinidad perfume chilies, 9% total between the two of them.
She went through a full jam about 4 days.
And I'll show you the lid. That's probably a good idea. Because then you can see how sort of sticky, glisteny.
You've probably just heard a Dell in the background.
And I could just try this as is. But I prepared a little something that Stephen Dixon told me to pick up.
He came prepared. In Blue Peter style.
Clotted cream.
That's the way forward.
Oh, I didn't catch whatever it was you said there, I'm afraid, because I had to take my headphones off to reach off to the side. But
that is definitely the way forward. Scones and clotted cream.
Well, I've been told it's also fantastic over ice cream, but
no, this is the way forward. He's just nailed it right on the head.
Fair enough. Let me see if I can clear some desk space for this. Yeah, there we go. There's enough to put my plate down.
There's a bit of food naughtiness about to go on.
And yeah, I've had some of this jam already. You can definitely taste the plum in it. You can definitely taste the chilies in it. Definitely taste the habanero flavor of the habanadas. Not so much the more Scotch.
What did he say? Because he's put the jam with the cream on the wrong way around.
This is the wrong way around, sorry.
I'm just been kicked out.
No, it's going to work the same. Little bit of food naughtiness just happened there, didn't it?
Yeah, and that is gorgeous. That is definitely great. I will say, though, the cream does seem to be cancelling out one of the most interesting things I find about this jam. Is that the Trinidad perfumes have a strong taste of specifically Scotch bonnet placenta. So they make it taste like this jam should be sort of a 4 out of 10 heat on my scale, a real up there habanero Scotch bonnet one. Yeah, and yet there is absolutely no heat to it at all. I had it over toast for breakfast one morning and felt nothing.
Messes with the mind. Tastes like it's chilies and...
Oh, actually, there was a bit more jam in that mouthful. I definitely got some of it there.
Definitely the way forward. That I think we might have to go out and get some scones.
Yeah, very sweet, deliciously.
Yeah, buy scones, no easy that make.
I'll make some. I don't think we've got any of this jam left though, so you might have to add that to your order there, Adele.
I would.
Amy won't mind. You can order her an extra 2.
Order me another if you want.
Coran said you can order him one as well.
No. Let's not get excited.
He's having another scone.
I got 2 more over here as well.
He's having one for me and Stu because we can't have one.
So that gets the 2 scones up.
Oh, absolutely. If I had more, I'd have more. But, you know, there was only so many I could save for my family, so.
You actually are going to save some for your family?
Oh, no. These were the ones I could save from my family. My family had plenty already.
Are you going to share your jam with them?
Likewise, I already have let them have a bit of it. And that is one of the great things about this jam is you
You
can
like the
share it with
person,
just about
wouldn't you?
anyone.
Yeah.
My mum won't touch anything chili and still enjoys this.
There's been some nice things coming out lately where even those that say, I don't like chilies, they can actually eat them, and it's
Well,
safe to
so
give to
far,
anybody.
this and the Junior Sensation from Price's Spices are the two that have really stood out as great chili products for people who don't eat chili.
I would check that one out. And he's going in for a third.
Of course.
It's not a review show, it's how many scones can Coran eat.
Well, you've had your review, now I'm just enjoying myself.
It's the scone challenge. Can you eat only one?
No.
That'd make a different challenge, wouldn't it? It's not how much you can
Yeah,
eat, it's how much you can stop yourself.
Yeah, prepare like 5 scones and then see what happens.
You're only allowed to eat half a scone.
Who can eat the least?
You must eat half and no more.
Or
And then
maybe. Here's an alternative suggestion. Have 5 scones. How long can you make it last? Actually, 5 is probably a bit much for that. Just lower it to 1 or 2.
I know some people that could make it last a long time.
Well, if they can keep their internet up that long, that's a challenge win for them.
Hot Wheels just said we'd all fail that challenge. It was like,
I like Stu's comment.
enjoying them there, Coran?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Doesn't look like Irina likes them. They would last her weeks. I don't know if it's a scone she doesn't like or if it's the clotted cream.
So, of the products
Hey,
today...
you got clotted cream on them scones?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, fresh cream.
No, clotted cream.
Fresh cream.
Clotted cream. It's different.
It's fresh cream and jam.
We have this argument every time. I keep trying to talk Adele into trying clotted cream because she's never actually...
Fresh cream and jam.
Well, she had this argument with you when you told her you put chocolate in your con carne. That's normal.
I know. One day I'm just going to serve a clotted cream and just get her over it.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with it, Adele.
It's mouldy.
It's not.
It's mouldy.
No, it's really not.
It's the word clotted. It makes her think that there's something wrong with it, and it's like it's not.
I'll tell you what. Talk to the chili producers in the group. Get one of them to make you a spicy clotted cream. See if that sells on it.
Can't see that one working. Clotted cream through the post.
Oh, that's a point. Yeah. Yeah, you might have to get it delivered by hand. Yeah, of the sauces today, the peppercorn definitely my favorite.
You're
However,
joking,
the
aren't you?
jam
I've just
is
watched you
also... Well, yeah, I said of the sauces specifically because this jam I could just eat all day.
Fair enough.
And there are very few sauces that I could do that with, mostly just because they have heat to them. Well, even the really fantastic ones, I would have to stop eventually. This jam, there's nothing stopping me.
So, of the sauces, you preferred the first one, the one with the onion base?
Well, peppercorn one was the third one I showed off.
Oh, peppercorn.
Yeah.
Couldn't see the label properly.
You want me to bring it up again?
Yep. The peppercorn's the one that I'm most interested in because, like I say, we often go out for a steak and the peppercorn sauce is a bit sad.
Yeah, absolutely.
That could liven it up. It could even save you from even bothering to order the peppercorn sauce because you could just put that on instead.
Yeah, just order the steak dry and finish it off yourself.
I've got to bring this one up. Timothy Liddycoat says, "What's next in Dairy Heads UK?" Stu Walker, the longest Sunday review ever as Coran Sloss pigs out.
I'm on the last scone now, don't worry.
Until he runs downstairs and goes and gets the next load.
No, I assure you, the house is out. I'm not going to make you wait for me to go to co-op.
It was a case of it, is he going to run out of scone first or run out of jam first?
I'm only about a third of the way through the jam. I'll have to find something else to do with the rest of it, but it might just be toast in the mornings.
Make your own donut.
That does sound good. That does sound very good.
Does, doesn't it?
Donuts.
Adele doesn't like the smell of donuts when they're cooking.
I kind of agree with squirty cream. Squirty cream just, there's something fake about it. Something chemical. It's way better to whip your own cream.
Definitely. Squirty cream shouldn't exist.
No, it's banned.
You go somewhere for a meal and it says apple pie and cream on the menu, so you go and get the apple pie and cream that comes out with a big spray ball of squirty cream.
You always look for the other option, get the apple pie and ice cream. Because the ice cream's actually decent.
I'm learning.
So you don't
Jam
like
tarts.
things quite that sweet, do you?
There's an idea. Jam tarts could possibly work very well with that.
Habanada jam tarts, you say?
Irene's tropical jam makes
Aye.
nice jam tarts.
Is there anything else you've got there to show us, or are you just going to enjoy your scones?
Not this week. Just wanted to show that lot off. And to enjoy the scones, of course.
And to enjoy the scones. We noticed you were well prepared with 4 of them. Good suggestion by Stephen there.
Absolutely.
I think
love
that is
that.
the way forward. The only thing I'm gutted about is we did have a jar of that jam and we never ever thought about doing scones with clotted cream.
Oh, Amy butchered it all on a toast on the morning.
Amy done it all in.
She was having
You can always
like
get
2
another
slices of
free.
toast, then getting dressed, then having 2 slices of toast.
Well, that's the plan now.
What?
We'll have to order some more jam and a peppercorn sauce because I want the peppercorn sauce as well.
Definitely get on the peppercorn. I should mention, this is the V1 of the peppercorn. There might be slight tweaks for the next batch or the batch after, but I mean, I can't imagine it changing too much because it's wonderful as it is.
There you go. If you've got something that's close to perfect, don't tweak it too much. I can't see who that was.
Cheers.
I was going to say I can't see who that is, but listen, cheers. I'm going to get myself out of it. Oh, that was Stephen Dixon himself from Hot Pods.
I figured with the message it might be.
With that, I'm going to say good night to you, Coran, because I'm going to get myself off and give the kids the internet back. So, good night, dude. That was Coran Sloss, the Sprice Freak. I keep spelling his name wrong. Sometimes I get his name wrong itself, and sometimes I put Sprice Freak or Spruce Freak or whatever. But anyway, it is the Sprice Freak. I'm going to get myself out. New Chilli-heads, Lucifer's son. At least to get mine right. See you later, guys. Bye.